Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you game 2 in a series between Polt and Hack here on Tal'Darim Altar. Polt spawning as the blue Terran player, meanwhile Hack spawning as the red Terran player. In this Terran versus Terran Mirror match, it looks like they decided to change their colors up just a little bit to not confuse me, as blue versus blue Terran is rather difficult to see for observers. Now, currently, Polt Prime did lose game 1 in this series so far. I don't know if this was part of any official tournament or not, so I'm not going to say it's a best of 5, best of 7, or anything like that, as the label wasn't researched or labeled at, or the games were not labeled as such. And I don't want to be so presumptuous as to say that it was part of a tournament. Now, Polt getting up the supply depot close to his front door, or by his command center. Meanwhile, Hack deciding to open up with a supply depot over here by this choke point. He should be able to get down a barracks and a barrack and a tech lab in just a moment. So with the barracks and the tech lab here, it will be a complete wall off, just waiting for the additional resources. It looks like Polt has a slight advantage in terms of the resource and income tab, and now having a 1 second advantage over his opponent. We'll see if that really translates into any significant advantage. Now, although Tal'Darim Altar is a rather large map, I would be surprised if any player I'm really surprised when a Terran player tries to fast expand or build a command center very quickly against another Terran player, just because it's such a dangerous maneuver. It's something that you really have to feel very confident in trying to build that additional command center. It does give you a much stronger income, but if your opponent is able to catch you at just the right timing, they can just simply walk in with a lot of Marines and Marauders and roll you over, since you do not have enough forces. We'll see what's going to be happening here, as both players are now in the process of scouting. Both players training up Marines, getting up an orbital command, and building that supply depot. A true mirror match in every word so far. You can see the SCV. I'm not quite sure what that was about. The SCV running all the way out and now returning home. So Polt has not scouted anything out yet, but has decided to return home with that one SCV. You can see that there's going to be a new SCV coming in just a moment. That SCV will be able to walk up that ramp, and now the Marine is already on guard, ready to shoot it down, and that poor SCV is going to get taken down. Doesn't stand a chance, as the two Marines now run back. You can see that there is another supply depot completing the wall off here. We are going into a factory, and the factory being built in a different location than you would normally find the Terran factory. It will not be revealed by the scanner sweep. But if Polt does scanner sweep the main base here, he will see the refinery, and by spotting the refinery, he should be able to know. That there is at least some sort of tech play. Marines guarding this location here and here, as well as we are now going into a starport with Hellions. So Polt now going into a starport with Hellions. It looks like we should be getting a tech lab down as well. So in order to get that Banshee play, the Hellion will be used in order to move out, do some scouting, in order to send off the one Banshee into the correct location. There you go. There's that scouting Hellion already on the move. We are 5 minutes into this game. The Hellion now looking to try and find where exactly his opponent is. It is going to be a little bit further than he would like. He would rather have his opponent back over here, where he has easy access into the main base, just with a very short flight distance, but it is not going to be the case. As you can now see, the Banshee is being trained. Another supply depot being added as well to make sure that he does not stay supply locked. The Hellion now making its way off to the north is going to run into an army of Marines rather quickly. And we'll see if he gets taken down. We are getting the cloaking field, as well as the Hellions now backing off there after dealing a little bit of damage to one poor Marine. Standing in that flamethrower just a little bit too long, as a Hellion now attempting to activate a different Xel'Naga watchtower. I believe this Marine may actually be able to win out in a 1v1 fight, because the Hellion had already taken some damage. The Hellion needs to be very careful and be microed very well. This one Marine down to 3 hit points. Oh, down it goes. Very smart move by Hack in order to use the brush against his opponent, pulling back with the Marine all the way over here. The Hellion was unable to spot the Marine, and the Marine was able to get in 2 shots before the Hellion was able to get in 1. We can now see a Viking making its way out, and there is also a Banshee making its way out. So it's going to be 1 Banshee or 2 Banshees versus a Banshee and a Viking. I do not believe there is cloaking research coming in over here. No, Hack has not invested the 200 on that cloaking, on the cloaking research. So the Banshees of Hack are not going to be able to cloak at all. But how many Marines does he have? Polt Prime has 11 Marines now guarding as this Banshee now looks to deal some damage. Marines are already coming over, and now a Raven being added. 1 SCV already down, a second SCV down as the cloaking field now completed, but a scanner sweep could be coming in just a moment. There it is. There's that scanner sweep. The Banshee attempting to pull back, and it will be able to pull back just in time. No more energy on the Nexus, or sorry, no more energy onto this one orbital command. So the Marines are all going to fall rather quickly, but another orbital command over here was able to scanner sweep it. So it's going to be this one Banshee now trying to get some damage. Meanwhile, this Banshee over here, perhaps trying to utilize as much of its range as possible. It was able to get off 4 kills as this Banshee now trying to just deal damage, perhaps take down some of those Marines. The Marines have taken some damage as well, but a Raven now finally out, and that is not a good sight. The Raven will be able to keep track and keep tabs on that Banshee long enough for the Viking to shoot it down. This Banshee over here still only sitting at 4 kills. We are going for a missile turret, but I don't quite agree with the placement on the missile turret here. One of the reasons why is that the missile turret only has a range of 7 compared to the Banshee's range of 6. So the Banshee should be able to sit off over on this position here outside of combat range on the missile turret, and the Banshee can still be able to shoot down multiple SCVs. You can see that there is 1 Banshee now coming back over here. So this is just Banshee wars here on Tal'Darim Altar. It looks like that Banshee will be able to escape, as there is this 1 Banshee who has not researched any cloak and still dealt a lot of damage so far. And really, the missile turret only going to be able to offer detection at this stage, as the Banshee getting off another kill, maybe able to get off 1 more, getting a little bit too close to the missile turret there, taking a round of attack. It cannot take really that much more damage. Another Marine getting taken down there, as we are now getting Marines and siege tanks to push on the front door. You can see the Banshee now trying to get some more damage, unable to finish off. He got too close to that 1 missile turret, as Polt Prime now charging in on the front. He does have Marines and siege tanks here. Marines now coming back around. Your auto turrets being dropped down as well. The Banshees need to back off. Will they be able to survive? And now pulling back in time, the rest of the Marines were able to finish off those Marines there. There is now an auto turret in position, and that auto turret did so much damage, and to finish off the rest of those of that early aggression force. And now Polt is in problem. We can see that the Raven is attempting to keep up with that siege tank. The Raven does only moves at the same speed, but he will be able to drop an auto turret in just a moment, and I believe the auto turret is going to deal enough damage. A siege tank and a Marine continuing to fight back, but this 1 siege tank against a siege tank and a Marine, it is not going to win out, as it looks like the Raven may be able to drop an auto turret in just a moment. Gonna be a little bit of time there. It could have cut the corner. The siege tank now already down to 4 hit points, as the siege tanks are battling out. It looks like the Marine may be able to finish it off there, as 2 Marines try to battle out against 1 Marines. More reinforcements still coming in. A new Banshee coming in as well, as it looks like this siege tank will be able to live to see and fight another day. Marines are now once again reinforcing. There is that 1 Banshee. There is in comes a scanner sweep. A Viking now coming over, and this Banshee gonna get destroyed. Down it goes. And there's the GG by Polt. So Polt losing in Banshee Wars this time around here on Tal'Darim Altar. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.